My name is Desi Albright, and I attend in Harrisburg. So I came to LCBC in a kind of roundabout way. About 3.5 years ago, my aunt had invited me to go to LCBC Mannheim. I had every excuse in the book. It was too far, it was too big, and I wasn't going to know anybody. And those were the excuses I stuck to for about 6 months. Between college and my real life, I fell away from God and the church. I kind of wandered through my life, and while I had great friends and great families, there was always a part that seemed like it was missing. Something that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fill with anything else. One day I was driving home from the grocery store, and I was about 2 minutes from my apartment, and I looked up and there was a sign that said LCBC. And something clicked, and I said, that's it. That's the church she was telling me about. I slept through my alarm a couple times, whether on purpose or not on purpose, I'm not sure. But finally came to one of the gatherings. When I got there, it was hard for me to believe that this was a church. It wasn't the kind I knew, it wasn't the kind I grew up in. But I went in. Immediately the music spoke to me. I didn't feel like I was being judged or watched in any way. It felt warm and welcoming. Those things I had been looking for. Shortly after the music ended, I was looking up at the screen, and they were doing a family dedication. One of the first families that came up on the screen was a friend of mine from work and her daughter. And I kind of stopped and just said, okay, I get it. You want me here. After attending LCBC for about 6 months, something had changed inside of me, and I wanted to share it with everyone. And I started very diligently praying for a few people in particular. One of them was my niece. She was finally able to come with me. And from that moment on, you could see something change in her. She loved the J. Crew ministry. She, shortly after that, began helping me serve with the 2-year-olds in Oyster Bay, and just made such a difference in so many lives. A month ago, I was talking to her on the phone, and she told me that she had made a decision. She wanted to get baptized. And it was just such an answer to prayer, and just an amazing view of God's hand in everyone's lives. At the moment that I needed it the most, and was finally open to hearing what God had to say, all of those, I gotta stop for a second. When I realized that I was at a place in my life where nothing I could do would fill what I'd been missing, God opened every door and took away every fear that I had, and brought me to a place where I found that acceptance and I found that love that I had been looking for in everywhere else.